Oh, hello, 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 hello. How's it going? All right. We are going to be trying to get the two hats ending in Stars in Time. Except I have no fucking idea what I'm doing. So, let's get this show on the road, I guess. I'm just gonna start fresh from a new game. Let me see if... Okay, it does show up. Alright. Alright, can you guys hear me okay? Can you hear the game okay? Whoever is the one viewer that's watching, type 1 in the chat if you can hear me and the game okay. I got a better way to see. Alright. Alright. Yeah, that's working out nicely. Alright, new game. I've seen the end of the display before, yeah, because I played it off camera stream. So thanks for seeing this playthrough. Fast forward has been unlocked for all events that can be skipped. You know, there is a glitch that you could do in earlier versions of the game called Shut the Crab Up, which was really useful for just playing through the game as fast as possible and for, you know, two-hat sending in general. No, you can't fucking do it. That's always nice when that happens. However, if you don't want this boon, you can turn it off in the options menu whenever you like. Please enjoy this tale once more. I know I will. That's fucking cute. That's so cute. Lore. I still don't know what that is that he eats. I don't want to spoil the game any. I don't want to spoil the game for y'all. Friend. Sifrin. I'm not a good actor, I'm sorry. Sifrin? Good morning. Well, more like good afternoon, I guess. Are you taking a nap? That's just like you. Only you can sleep peacefully at a time like this. I guess that's smart. We'd better get some rest while we can. You have to be ready for tomorrow, so we can finally face against the king. You're too sleepy to talk. Sleep, sweet embrace calls for you. You close your eyes again. You're still half asleep, aren't you? You make a grumbling sound. Yep, that's me. Okay then. You can sleep for a little longer, but not too long. Come to the village when you're ready, okay? You yawn so hard your jaw cracks. You're having such a nice rest too. You can't spend the rest of the day sleeping. That would be a waste. You force yourself to get up. Wake up, Siprin. You have a country to save. You can use the arrow keys to move around. I'd imagine why you couldn't. I'm gonna go back to sleep. Fuck this. You shouldn't fall asleep or Mirabelle will come and wake you up again. The bird. The bird chirps. Oh. In Argard, the birds... the bird... Ah. English, can you fucking speak it for once, Kalish? Oh, in Vagard, they say birds go pio-pio. Sifrin, you're up. You sure are. Hey, Mira. Hey, Sifrin. So how was your nap? On a scale of 1 to 10. Let's see. Let's just say 1. Let's just say that. I'm sorry, it's just that there's a lot to do, man. How dare you wake me up from my slumber? Punishment for 100 years. Oh wait, I have something I wanted to ask you. I have an idea for the night. This will be the night before we go fight the king, so I felt like we could make it special somehow. So I was thinking, how about a sleepover? Let's all eat food together, sleep in the same room, maybe tell stories. It would be nice, wouldn't it? How is this different from what you usually do? Well, okay. You think it's silly, don't you? I'm sorry. I was just trying to find something fun to do tonight, but that's all I could think of. It was It was a stupid idea, wasn't it? Maybe we should just forget about it. Oh no. Your lack of enthusiasm made Mirabelle upset. Come on, fix it. No, I think it's fun. Are you sure? Alright then. So if we're doing it, can you let everyone know? I don't think I could convince everyone. Well, you kinda have to now. Of course, Mira. Put the note in your pocket along with your souvenirs. Okay, just zone out through the Oh, fuck. Okay, are we back? We good? I don't know what happened. We good? Oh, also. There's a lot of people doing... Okay. Okay. I've seen this before. Anyway. Statues, big and small, with different faces. Some have sad eyes, others have a bright smile. If you are animated by craft, and one just jumps around and bumps gently into your foot. The change god, the deity... English, motherfucker! Do you speak it? The change god, deity worshipped by all of the country of Vagard, stands before you. You have trouble believing you're finally here, almost at the end of your journey. It was only a few months ago that you met Mirabelle. So much has happened since then. It was almost a year ago now that the king appeared, seemingly out of nowhere. Possessing immense craft power, he spread his curse across the country of Vagard, seizing in time everything. Freezing in time everything in its path. I am a dumbass. With Dormont's House of Change in control, he patiently waits, for he knows his curse can only be reversed if he is defeated. His victory would be all but determined, if not for Mirabelle. Your friend Mirabelle is the only survivor of the House of Dormont, after the king froze everyone in time and locked the gates. Everyone says she was blessed by the Change God themselves with the power to fight back the king's curse, making her the only one able to save Vagard. When you met her, she was already traveling with Isabu and Odile, trying to get the orbs necessary to open the house's gate and defeat the king. You helped them defeat a particularly strong sadness, and seeing your strength, they asked for your help. You had nothing better to do, so you decided to accompany them. A few weeks later, you met Bonnie, completing your little team. You saw a lot of Vagardian cities during your travels, some frozen, some not, and you do your best to sidestep the slowly encroaching curse. But still, you all kept going. Mirabelle kept going to honor the Change God's blessing, save her beloved house, and save Vagard. Isabu came with her after Vagard's defenders themselves refused to help. Odile came to satisfy her curiosity about Vagard, and because, she said, leaving the fate of a country to a bunch of young ones would give me an ulcer. Damn. Bonnie came to save their sister, frozen by the curse. You're just here because there's nothing else for you to do. What else are you supposed to do except travel with them? Once, Mirabelle asked if you were okay following them on a journey to save the country. She felt guilty, like she was forcing everyone to follow her on a hopeless quest. You wanted to put her at ease, so you said easily and truthfully that traveling with everyone was the happiest you could remember being. She looked upset. You cringed just thinking about it, truth be told. Maybe not the most considerable thing you could have said to someone with her problems at the moment. But tomorrow, one way or another, your journey will end. You should believe something very strongly at the change god. So those work, right? Mirabelle knows a bit taught you before. You can't just ask things because the change belief considers this lazy. It's the change god. Only pure belief and confidence in yourself will do. With the change god only providing a little nudge. If anyone is lazy here, it must be the change god, you think. I'm not sacrilegious. Oh well. You believe strongly or whatever. Best offense is a good defense. Go in. You win if you and your friends are the only ones standing. Repeat on your best. Super strong, super strong, super strong. You actually feel a little stronger? You pinch yourself. Ouch! Okay then. Not that much more powerful. You and your friend's defense got a tiny bit better. Going to the Change God statue will boost one stat of your choice. You can also save your progress by praying at the Change God statue. Close your eyes. Sure, let's save. Wow, okay, that's enough for today. You then Change God's first blessing and quickly run away, crossing it out from a reminder note. I'm actually just gonna go to the favorite tree first. Elizabeth is probably at the tree. You probably shouldn't bother him. Alright then. I just talked to Mirabelle just straight up. Hi, Severin. Did you need anything? Questions. How I'm feeling? Oh, being in Dormont, you mean? It's nostalgic. This is where I lived before, after all. I mean, when I wasn't studying or working anything at the house. Dormont itself hasn't changed much, but the house... We can see it from the village, you know. How restored it has become. I was the only one who managed to escape when the house, and... I was the only one who managed to escape the house when the king attacked. So many people must be hurt. Or... maybe they're all... Mira. We'll save them all tomorrow. Yes, you're right. I should say positive, sorry. After? Wanted Jinx us to talk about this? Well, I need to make sure everyone in the house is okay. Being the king should make the time flow again. And they won't be frozen anymore, and I need to talk to that housemaid and apologize for taking so long. She was the one supposed to beat the king. She would have done a better job than I did, if only the king didn't freeze her in time. But after I apologize, I was thinking of traveling again? You know, as a housemaid of the House of Change, I'm supposed to keep striving for change. Even more than a normal believer. And part of it means I have to go on uphill pilgrimage. Okay, I'm not gonna try to pronounce that. Which I haven't done yet. I think this whole journey ground says that. No. I mean, I don't think so. Pilgrimage, I think that's how you say it. It's all about learning new things. Seeing new places. Enjoying yourself and other people you meet. This journey could have been that, but I haven't changed at all. I'm still the same old Mirabelle. I feel like she's changed a lot since you met her, but who are you to judge? What about you, Siegfried? What will you do? Oh, that's great. But I thought, oh, change. Are you thinking of converting to the House of Change? I would be delighted. I have some pamphlets. Pass! Nah, I'm fine staying with the same person. You're fine with it? Oh, okay. Questions. Okay, I'll see you later. Oh. Badil. Oh, Severin. You look rested. Glad to see you this laid back on a day before the end of the world. Anyway, how can I help you? Questions. Clock Tower sleepover. Sleepover? Yeah. You guys really are kids. You'll figure out our problems. I suppose so. Nonetheless, I'll be there. Poor Bonnie Face probably needs it. Maybe we all do. The room only has 3 beds, right? I better get a whole bed myself. Me and Bonnie will probably be sharing. Mirabelle and Bonnie? So who will sleep on the ground? You or Isabeau? Maybe me and Izzo will share. Fascinating. Anyway, I'll be there. You know, since we already decided earlier we'd meet at the clock tower and all. Yeah, you all plan to meet up at the clock tower. So there is a need for you to let everyone know. You could have just met everyone at the clock tower. Oh well, not like you have anything better to do. Anything else? What will you do after? After tomorrow? If we survive? I wish I had your confidence. Maybe I'll just go to Mikado. I haven't seen anyone in my country in many years. Before I met Mirabelle and Isabeau, my main goal was to travel to Vanguard and see its many different places, sites, and cultures. I've already accomplished so much by... I've already accomplished this by traveling with Mirabelle, so... Was it all for your research? Yes. Your research into... Cultureology is in the field of research, Sifrin. But it is a field of research when you spent your life trying to create. Stop inventing a backstory for me. What about you? What will you do? You beat the king, that is. Go back to your own country, maybe? What will you do? With my own field of research. Blech. Questions. Fighting the king tomorrow. We are. I hope you're prepared. The king and the sadness his destruction creates. The king and the sadness it... Oh, fuck. They possess crafts capable of slowing us down or even freezing us in time completely. So, as always, we're counting on you to spend in your speed and... Hold on. I need to reset something in VC Face. Reset position. There we go. There we go, that's better. That's better. So as always, we're counting on you to spend... We're counting on you and your speed to keep us all out of trouble. Ah. So you want me in the front again? Leading everyone if possible. You've already proven good at preventing traps and keeping us alive, so I don't see why that has to change. And as always, you can count on me to provide everyone with intel on any enemies we encounter. Except Bonyface will be on battle duty. I might ask Bonyface to do something as well. Might be good for everyone to give the kids something to do. Boring tactics talk, I know. I'll shut up and buy items for a journey to the top of the house. Oh, have you found it? Is your field of research and tactics? Oh, James. Are you still trying to figure out what I'm researching? No, my field of research isn't tactics. Isabel actually proposed that one last week. Late one. Oh. Gave it up already. None of you will ever figure out what I'm studying. It will stay a secret forever. Okay, I'll see you at the clock tower later then. Bonnie is here, looking morosely at the fields. Bonnie. Hey, friend. What do you want? Worrying about tomorrow? No. Not even a little bit. That's a lie. Your sister will be okay, you know. Don't talk about my sister. In any way. I don't need you to worry about her. It's not like she's gonna move from her spot. Bonnie's sister is in Bambouche, a coastal village hundreds of kilometers from here. A few months ago, the Queen froze their whole village in time. Unless you manage to beat the king tomorrow, Bonnie's sister will never move again. Questions. Clock tower sleepover. The sleepovers, that's pretty dumb. Is it your idea? Hey, mirrors actually. Oh. I think it's a great idea. Why didn't you come up with it? Stars, you do not know how to deal with Bonnie anymore. What will you do after? If you beat the king? I'll probably go and see my sister in Babish, and then hug her, and then I'll tell her I really, really tried. Tried what? And then you won't be here anyway, so... But you won't be here to ask me stupid questions, you crab. What about you anyway? What will you do? I'll go to space. Space ends lane. I bet you can't even go there anyway. I totally can. Wait, really? How? It's a secret. This is why I don't like you, Siprin. Oh. See you at the clock tower. You talk to Bonnie. Yay. Yeah, I talked to the kid. He's very here. Probably plotting what that's a bit. Favorite tree. He's a Sif. He's a Sif. He's a Sif. He's a... Okay, that's it. I'm heading this fit. Oh. So... That's how it has to be, Siprin. Anyway, I was just looking at the favorite tree. Isn't this tree cool? Yeah, it is, but I agree. I could say it's a pretty... tremendous tree. Yes! Yes! They both laugh. Lapping uproariously, he raises his hand towards your shoulder, but stops and brings it to his side. That was funny. I'm gonna go soon so you can do your thing with Drew, but do you want to talk before I go? Clock tower sleepover, huh? A sleepover? Crap, yeah. Doesn't the clock tower only have 3 beds though? I guess you can bond on a mirror or share, Madame Modell will take her own, which means we'll share beds again, Sif. I got dibs on the left side. Sure. Yay, but please try not to hug the covers this time. It's getting cold at night. What's up with the big tree? Oh, you don't know about the baby tree? Well, it's just a random big tree. But when you're a believer of the House of Change, the biggest tree is a certain place called a fairy tree. Favorite tree. It's like... It's the tree with the most power, so you can ask it things as a favor. Like, please help me pass my Defender exams, which is like a totally random example. Wasn't Isabu a Defender? Did you ask a mythical tree to help you pass your exams? Can I pass with flying colors, thank you very much. Well, I did study very hard, so it's not like the tree did much. But even a little bit helps. You should ask a favorite tree for a favorite tree. It's a big did it. Tomorrow. Questions for Isa. What do you do after? After we beat the king? Wow, Sif. So confident. So cool. I like it. I think I'll just return home to Juventus. I don't have anything else planned. I have Juventus doing. I don't have no idea if I'm saying that right. So, fuck it, we all. When we left it, it was still steady, moving, but I think the King's Curse may have caught up to it. So then, will you take your job back? Nah, being a Defender has kinda lost its shine. I always admired the Defenders, you know. It's all about protecting your neighborhood, your city, helping them out with whatever they need. Be it getting a cat from a tree or helping an old man with his bags. But when Mira came to Juventus for help, and Dormont's house has fallen, I was ready to help, for all of Juventus Defenders to help. You know what they said? Nah. I can tell that they said it because they were scared. The worst Defenders see is like a robbery, maybe. So simply helping to save the Vanguard was too much for them. I'm not helping because you're scared. I just couldn't accept that. That's not brave. So I quit, and I won't go back. I'll do something else. Maybe it's time for me to do something brand new. I got a secret. I have always wanted to be a clothing designer, so maybe I could just take an apprenticeship somewhere. You never know. That sounds great, Isa. I knew you approve. How about you, Sif? What will you do when we beat the king? What will you do? Start a comedy club. What? Really? Are you serious? Yes, absolutely. Yes, finally, more people will be able to hear your puns. Okay. I'll be going now. I'll see you at the clock tower later. Dr. Isabu. You press Isabu from the reminder note. I'll go to the favorite tree. The favorite tree looms above you. You slowly walk closer to the trunk of the tree, where you can see some leaves in the grab. You need a leaf to ask the favorite tree for something after all. Look around for the leaf you like and think. Asking for a favor from a higher power like a big tree sounds pretty close to a wish, you think. A wish, a wish, a wish. The favorite tree seems to be popular among the people in Vanguard lately. You think that if people came to make a wish, they'd probably wish for Vanguard to be saved. You don't really need to add another wish like that to the pile. The tree's probably already on it. But you'd feel bad wishing for something big and taking away from everyone's wish and not save Vanguard. Something small and something simple. Something nice. Okay, you have a few ideas, but you can only choose once. You wish... to where clothes Isabu was made. You didn't expect to have so much fun traveling with Isabu. You often joke together, but you never really talk about real important things. Maybe like he told you about his dream to become a clothing designer, Susan. To talk to him and watch him as he crafts clothes for you to wear. Seeing his smile as you wear something he crafted himself, it'll make you happy. You want to stay with them. Wish in mind, you look at the leaf you chosen and wish. You breathe your wish into the leaf, repeat it 3 times, and hold the leaf closed, keeping the wish safe. Hold on. Gently, you let the leaf go and walk back to the town. You have a sleepover to go to after all. So, the clock tower to the east of town past the broken bridge, huh? Maybe time for you to head out there. Over the way to the clock tower. You did all you needed to do so you can join everyone at the clock tower. Sifrin, you're here. We were waiting for you. Let's go inside. I am so hungry. You're pretty hungry yourself. I brought back a bunch of food. Let's go, let's go. Shit, bonbon. It was delicious. We keep getting better at cooking, Boniface. Those samosas were delicious. Really? It wasn't bad? You liked it? I mean, of course it was delicious. I'm a master cooker, you know. Chef. I'm a chef cooker. It was a perfect meal, Bonnie. We'll all sleep well tonight and be full of energy tomorrow. That was almost too much, to be honest. I don't think I can move. Was it too much? You could have eaten more. No, Sip, are you still hungry? Man, you ate a lot, huh? You like my cooking a lot, huh? Here, have some more food since you're so hungry and like my cooking so much. Bonnie gives you 1 carrot slice. How can you still eat? How can a small body eat that much? I'm a growing kid. A growing kid that drinks alcohol? You're older than most of the people here. You wink cutely. Everyone? Can I say something? What's up, Mira? We've all been traveling together for a while now. It hasn't always been easy meeting you all. Traveling through Vanguard to get the orbs needed to open the house's gate again. There's no way I could have done this alone. I want to say thank you for coming with me this far. Tomorrow we'll go and fight the king. Someone who has thrown Vanguard into stillness and silence. Someone who has now frozen almost all of our guard in time. I'll do my best to make sure this doesn't happen to any of you, but if you don't want to come, if you want to go back home, I would. Kinda late for that, Mirabelle, wasn't it? I know. And by that, Madame Odile says that we're here with you. Of course I do. We've come this far after all. Did you really think we'd leave you behind? Let you go alone? We'll follow you, Belle. We'll help. Don't worry. We'll stay with you, Mira. We never let her go alone, after all. Oh. Oh, thank you. Oh. Thanks for the follow. Miss Rainbow Sprinkles. Come on in, I hope you enjoy your stay. Isabelle and Bonnie hug Mirabelle tightly, while you and Odile stand a bit apart like always. This is when the audience, I think, would say, "Aw." Let's go to bed. You have a big day tomorrow. Indeed. And good night, everyone. Good night. Genuine question. How do I use a question tag? I do not know. Sif. Hey. Hey, Sif. Sifrin. Sifferoony. Isabelle was whispering your name. Turn around and listen. Sorry? Did I wake you up? I just have to tell you something. If that's okay. The rules on mobile said something about a question tag. I have no idea what that is. He dares interrupt your beauty sleep. He knows you value your sleep, so this must be important. You nod. Neither do I, honestly. Yeah, when I was doing, like, my first playthrough of this, off-stream, nowhere in any sort of guide said anything about a question tag. I have no clue what you're talking about. Unless it fits something for two hats. Again, I have no idea what I'm doing. I've only played this game once, and I would love to get the two hats ending. It's not two hats? Huh. Oh, you mean that question tag? Yeah, it's like, you can ask any question that you want. It's just, if I don't answer most of the time, that just means that I do not want to answer that question. Mainly because some questions I get asked do make me feel uncomfortable. So that's why I have that rule set in place, if that makes sense. That's totally fair. Sometimes people are weird. Yeah. Yeah. And I should tell you the thing I woke up to tell you about. Okay, so the thing I have to tell you is that I don't have anything to tell you right now. But I will when we beat the king tomorrow. Okay? That's so anonymous, Isa. It's not meant to be? I just don't want to tell you right now. It might distract you. I know you wouldn't want that, right? So, I'll tell you when to beat the king. Okay? What do you want to tell you? It seems important to them. So the only thing you can say is, okay? Okay. Some people are trying to sleep. Yeah, Isaboo. Some people are trying to sleep. Close your mouth and sleep. You close your mouth, housemaiden. You're gonna wake up Madame Odile. I'm already up. I was going to say that I figured you'd mentioned you played the game before since you mentioned Two Hats in the title, but you said you've already played it. I have not gotten the Two Hats ending. I just have a basic understanding about the game. That's how I can just zone out through dialogue. I can tell you exactly how to get Two Hats if you'd like, as it's not something you'd easily find on your own. Yeah, that would be helpful. I know, like, you have to interact with a coin a certain number of times, as well as interact with the coin in front of Loop after the coin incident. I'm already up. If the noise continues, I will stand up. You do not want to know what will happen if I stand up. Sorry, madam. Sorry. Good night, Sif. You feel safe surrounded by all your friends. Fall asleep. In Act 3 or 4, interact with the coin and Doramon a bunch of times until you see the scene about Sifrin thinking about Bowlanger and the croissant. It's RNG if you get it, but the chances are higher in Act 4. It's entirely RNG based? Oh, that sucks. I was gonna do that in Act 3, but I'm glad you told me that. You look up at it. The house is gate, huh? It won't take hours to get, even in Act 3. That's good at least. Because I have really bad luck with RNG. It's not that bad. Well, I hope not. That's his gate, huh? It's bigger than I thought. So scary. It really is locked shut. I can see space for us to put the orbs. Maybe 20 minutes at most? I'm bad at estimating time. Great. This whole adventure, this whole journey, and that's at absolute most. I sure hope it doesn't take over 20 minutes. After all this time, I can finally open it. I have my orb right here. Let's go for it then. More reasonably, it would be 10 to 15. Cool. Because you're just checking the coin in your inventory with Violent Dormont a lot. And that's if you're unlucky. the hope is that I'm not that unlucky. Even though I have real bad luck with RNG in this game, just from encounters alone. You know, I'm just gonna zone out through this. I have ADHD, I'm bad at estimating time. Me too! Me too. I got that odd ADHD combo. I also forget shit a lot, and it will probably become evident in this playthrough. Okay, don't worry. We focus on healing. Big guy over there can hit things. No, me too though, genuinely. And you, Sifrin, can you keep the puns and one-liners to a minimum, please? No. We should examine this sadness first to know what we're up against, so... Close your jaw, madam. Yes, please slow down, everyone, and let me attack first for this one. And I wish they didn't patch Shut the Crap Up so I can skip the fucking tutorial. The grief and sadness is all that remains. I love the implication that Sifrin makes a pun or one-liner every time they use crap to this point. Me too. Me too. We cannot tell from foe anymore. Friend from foe anymore. Defeating them is all we can do. Every sadness has different resistance and weaknesses. Maybe there's a way to figure it out from their appearance. Okay. I'm just gonna... Oh, fuck. Well, I guess I can't just smash through this, I guess. Player test on S, it does make it go a bit faster, I feel, but I wouldn't recommend it for actual gameplay because, well, gestures vaguely. You know the deal of how this game likes to play with the text. Yep. Yeah, great hit, Madame Odile. Anyways, I was once gotten by a death corridor because I was thinking about where the keys were, and I shouted in surprise at the TV. Yeah, I forget to do that sometimes too. Oh, we did it. That was easy, wasn't it? It was. Just look at the enemy's hands and figure out their type and attack accordingly. Breathe in and out. 100 EXP received. Mercedes says we'll have to fight them if we want to proceed, or... Yeah, let's not do that. Hell, I love this game. And I sat there staring at my Switch for a solid minute because, what? Yep. Okay, phew. It was our dark time this week too. Again, stars, you know this. Again, Sifrin, you're so talented, you know many things. Congrats, Sifrin. Yeah. Alright, we went over attack and types, so let's talk I did actually pick up saying stars from this game. I picked up saying crab. And even if it happens, there's still an honest. I know how to play the fucking game. Why'd I do that? You did it, but really, what are those symbols that appears when you... Let's see. When I had that moment of staring at my Switch for a minute, I was getting annoyed with the character because it kept repeating the same thing. Then out loud to myself. And I said out loud to myself, I kinda wish I would shut up that missing beat. And the next thing Sifrin said was, maybe you should shut up. Yeah. I do like this game's choice of dialogue. Hello, VC Face, what are you doing? Reset. It does that sometimes. Very true. Let's get this tutorial. Come on. I knew about spoilers at this point because this was a second playthrough, but I did not know about that dialogue. I didn't know about that either until you just told me. Wait, but I got checked about from talking how to get 2 hats. But yeah, after you get the coin scene, okay. Coin scene. What do I interact with the coin in front of Loop? You need to go in front of the paper tree and use that coin in front of Loop. Yeah, I kind of figured that. Well, I'm not filled anymore. I'm just gonna match. Scene will happen, and then you will now have the prerequisites for 2 hats completed. In and out, 100 speed received. Cool. Sorry for not paying attention, Isabeau. Ah, don't worry about it, I'm all good. Anyway, tutorial. Let's keep going then. I would love that. Containers. And that to actually go do 2 hats, you need to leave the house in Act 6 after Big Friend happens and regain control of Siffrin and go to the paper tree. Okay. Full of boxes, papers, and finish it like belt. Full of bell pendant. We'll find something there, and upon using that item in front of the paper tree, you will see the 2 hats play out. See that light? A light? Here. You need to take a closer look at this. Alright. You have to have achieved the prerequisites for Act 5 for obvious reasons. Yeah, I know. Even though Act 5 is like my favorite act in the entire game. This is vaguely at Act 5. What is it? Sorry for screaming, sorry. Um, I, I don't know if this is relevant, but I recognize this corridor. I recognize it. The houseman of the house just used to warn us about it. I think we should call it the death corridor. That sounds bad. So, that was supposed to be a safe building, but with the king here, some traps might be activated. Is that what you mean? Traps? Traps? Good job for me then. It hurts so much, but it's also so good though. Yep. Yep. I'm more of a fan of the music in Act 5, honestly. Very normal about the Maldupe scene. To the point where I've actually cosplayed it once for a convention. That's nice. There's a pillar, nothing here. I forgot to remove that thing from Nightbot because my dad and I don't do that podcast anymore. It's because we didn't have the hardware or the time to. I have some of the music names for Act 5 memorized. My favorite one in Act 5 is I Won't Let You Go Home. Just because the Zipper fight is actually my favorite fight in the entire game. PC face, stop. What is this blue box? This is a pillar. Dear God. There's more. No. It's another pillar. This is a pillar. Nothing here. Nothing? This is a broken pillar. Dear God. You look around trying to find something, anything. Did you find something? Yep. A whole lot of nothing. How did I fucking get this right? Well, can't find any switches or trip. Different is very relatable though. Yeah. He is. I kind of relate to the king in a way too. More so because I pity the king. So, are we safe? We're not safe, are we? This is the death corridor. Y'all are housemates except king. People died here, so there must be a trap. Something weight sensitive or something. Or maybe it's time sensitive. Maybe we spent too long here. Oh, come on now. There's nothing weird here. But there must be. Yo, Mira. Belle, don't worry about it. Brennan isn't good at many things, but they know shit about traps. Sorry. Just... I did not mean to say that. Hey, right. You can't trust the one who's supposed to lead us this early. Oh yeah, there's an RNG thing with Bonnie too after the incident. Oh, great. I didn't know Bonnie was required for this. Right, if we can't trust the one who's supposed to lead us this early, we won't mode for, well, later. Hey! But we're not dead yet, are we? Well, that's true. We have been in this room for a while. And Stephen has been walking everywhere, so it was way sense there's something that would kill him by now. Exactly. It's all fine. Oh. Yeah, okay. I believe you. Sorry for worrying. I'm a little on edge. We're good, Mira. Oh wait, not Two Hats incident. No? The Bonnie incident. I guess that makes sense. See? Everything's fine. The Bonnie incident with the king. Oh. As you live through the novel of experience of having your body crushed by a giant rock. Feel attack on your stomach. And you died. The king where Bonnie gets squished. Yeah. Huh? Friend. Say friend. Say friend? Good morning. Well, more like good afternoon, I guess. Are you taking a nap? That's just like you. Only you could sleep peacefully at a time like this. Yes, that's smart. We better get some rest while we can. Be ready for tomorrow so we can finally face against the king. Huh? You still half asleep, aren't you? You just look at her. Okay then. You only sleep for a little longer, but not too long. My favorite characters are Sifrin and Loop. But I can't talk about all of my reasoning for Loop. Yeah. You can sleep for a little longer, but not too long. Come to the village when you're ready, okay? Because it very quickly goes into Two Hats territory. Yeah. Huh? Huh? Hold on. Did you just die? You did, you think? You must have. You were in the house, and then a big rock fell on you, and now you're in the meadow back in Dormont. What Mirabelle said to you waking up was very familiar. The trap, the trap, you idiot! You stupid fool! It's your job to take care of traps and you get taken out immediately. You didn't even see a glimpse of the king. It's your job, stupid. Your job is to see ahead and to take care of traps. You couldn't even do your job and now you're dead because you did a sloppy, awful, terrible job. And you died. You died. You felt your body being crushed and now you're laying on the grass, alive, and your skin itches and your stomach hurts because you died. You put your hands over your mouth and scream. Stars. You're so stupid and useless and dumb. Okay, you're over it now. Take a deep breath in and out. Put your shaky hands behind your back, pressing them hard between you and the grass. I just have like a million different things I want to talk about with this game because I'm a yapper and very autism affectionate about the game. That is true. But I honestly just want to get Two Hats first before I discuss anything about the game, though. And I totally don't have a growing portion of my wall dedicated to the In Stars and Time stuff and a bunch of ISAT merch. Yeah, I've actually been meaning to get some In Stars and Time merch myself. Just when I can afford to. Oh well, at least you're in the lead as always. Judging by where you were when you died, you were probably the only one that got hit. The only one that, in a way, you're really glad you're forced to take the lead in every time. You and everyone else gets somewhere dangerous, but you're back. Back to the day before you went to the house. How? And why? And can you make sure not to die this time? Real. I wasn't just going to broach Two Hat stuff because it's just the best because it's best just experience for yourself. Yeah. Back to work, my friend. You have a country to save. You got a memory of looping. You will always remember this. Memories are a type of item you equip. Each memory is... yeah, I know. I'm just gonna equip it for the HP boost. That's the same light you saw inside the house. You reach towards the light. You close your eyes. Hi, Loop. Yep. Different, you're up. Oops, you don't know how to act right now. You should complete so you can change things. Yeah, that was slightly different from what you remember, but still. This is you really are repeating the same thing with small differences, and Maribel doesn't seem to be aware of it. What should you do? So, You got my favorite tree when you have a second of Stardust. Smarter than normal words, go. Smarter than normal words, go. Me every day of my fucking life. Yeah, me too. It's... This movie's here. Probably not everyone else. Yeah, is it? There it is. There's a very tremendous tree. I mean, like if a lion game toward you enough or use of candy, that would be weird, right? It's kind of weird. What? Sure. I'm gonna go soon so you can do your thing with tree, but do you want to talk before I go? You don't need to talk you out. Oh yeah, did you know that Loop actually won the 2025 Tumblr's Sexy NB contest? What? No. Everyone was in the contest too, but they just barely lost to estimate. You said the tree felt weird. Here's someone telling you to come here, didn't you? What was that voice? Walk towards the tree. Alright, it's time for everyone's favorite character, Loop. The tree is so big, everything out there is dark as night, but like someone is here. Sitting at the foot of the tree, looking at you. Cautiously, with a hand on your dagger, you walk toward the base of the tree. Oh, Automod, I forgot I had that set up. I haven't streamed in so long. I believe the last time I streamed was like 3 years ago. Loop is just way too cunty, very positive. I love that star so much. I mean, who do you think Loop is, if it's okay to ask? I've already gotten 2 hats spoiled for me, so I'm just gonna say Cyprin from Start Again, a prologue. You found someone, alright? Hello, stranger. Hello, stranger. A star? My, you're speechless at the sight of me, aren't you? I didn't know you had 2 spoilers. Yep, thanks to doom scrolling on fucking TikTok. My, you're speechless at the sight of me, aren't you? You're so cute, Stardust. Stardust? Cyprin, look at you. All lost and confused. Huh? Wait. I thought you genuinely misread what I said the first time when I mentioned my favorite characters. I was like, oh, lol, that's funny. I didn't misread. I was just doing that to joke around. Wait, how do you know my... Why wouldn't I know? You're Cyprin. No middle names, no last name. I shouldn't wonder why you look like this, though. It makes sense how you feel overwhelmed, considering you see your first loop and all. Huh? How do you... of course I know, Stardust. I know about you. I know about your party, about the loops, about that funny silver coin you carry. Alright, that's it. Can you stop talking, please? Oh, stars, no need to yell. That spoiled that 2 hats had something to do with loot by Tumblr tags, because there's an innocuous piece of fan art that was tagged as 2 hat spoilers. And if it wasn't tagged, I wouldn't have thought of anything about it. Yeah. That suck when shit gets spoiled for you. But honestly, I don't mind too much, because I haven't seen the whole, 2 hats ending. I've only seen the fight. I didn't know that. Oh! Well. There goes my phone. And that's what I was using to read chat. Well. I don't have a second monitor. Shit, I might have to cut this short. Well... in that case, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I'll see you in the next one. I'm sorry this is so abrupt. Hopefully when I come back, I'll have a second monitor.